You know, everybody always has this belief that you got to fire people on a Friday afternoon at the end of the day so that there's no issues, or there's very little chance for there to be a deeper conversation. But before we even get there and we get to the timing of the situation, my question is always this: will this employee be surprised when you terminate them? And if the answer to that is that you believe yes, they will be surprised, you have more work to do. You see, when someone has performance problems at work, I often find that it's a two-way street. There might be a lack of skills or a lack of experience to be able to do the work, but often there's a lack of process and a lack of communication from the employer to let them know exactly what is expected of them. So you need to ask yourself, are you training your people well enough? Do they know exactly what's expected? Do they know how you're keeping score? The bottom line is, as the employer, you're responsible for making sure that people know exactly what it is that you want them to do, and that you've got a process that helps them do it exactly the way you want it done. That's your responsibility. And if you're not training your people on that, you're not coaching your people on that, I want you to take a step back and say, is the employee really the problem? You see, you have to stop firing people just because it's hard to train them. I get it. You got a lot going on, you're short-staffed, you don't have a formal training program. But that's no excuse for terminating people because they don't know how to do the work the way you want it done. Just be intentional about onboarding and training your people before you move to dismiss them and throw them out because you didn't have a good process. You're going to spend a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of resources on bringing on a new employee. I don't know if you've done the math on what it costs to hire someone new, but it's a lot. When you look at the time and the money you have to invest in that, it's a lot. And then just to throw them out and terminate them because you didn't have a good system? Now, I'm going to give you a couple of factors that are going to determine employee success, and then we'll leave this here. I really want you to be thinking about this. So the first one is culture fit. Do they align with your organization? But do they behave in a way that the rest of your team behaves? Are they aligned to your vision, excited about where the company is going? And do they get out of bed every single morning to do the work that you do because it gives them purpose? That's your culture fit. The next one is your skills fit, your position fit. Do they have the skills to do the job? I often find that this one's easier. If they don't have the skills, often we can train them on the skills. Finally, the last part is, how do they fit in with your existing team? Has your team adopted them or brought them in and said, hey, we're going to rally around this person? Or have they pushed them away and said, this person's never going to get it? I want you to take a good hard look in the mirror and say, hey, did I do what this employee needs to make sure they were set up for success? Did I onboard them well? Did I make sure that they were a culture fit? Did I make sure that they were a position fit? Did the team embrace them and bring them in and say, how can we support this individual? Because if not, you need to start there. Did you like this video? Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel to get notified when future hiring tips are published. Also, head over to corematters.com and check out additional content to help you hire better people faster. Until the next video, remember, when you have the right people, every part of your business gets better.